Okay, now that you guys have finished the charity auction proposal, it's time to work on your own. This will be the last video lesson for the Word Chapter 4 proposal instructions. In your e-class, you should have already downloaded your assignment sheet and your Word Chapter 4 PDF files to your iPad. If you have not done so, you need to click on these and download those to your iPad. Open them in your Adobe Reader. Now, I'm going to be working split screen so you can actually see the instructions and you can actually see the document that I'm working on. So I've already downloaded this Word Chapter 4 from the e-class, and I'm going to log out of here and close this windows so it's not showing. And this opened up in the Adobe Reader. So here's the Chapter 4 instructions. I've already talked about the Learn It Online. We're going to be working on the Apply Your Knowledge complex table awesome antiques in this video lesson today. But there are more read instructions. As you move further along in the instructions, you will find that there's less and less instructions for you, that you have to make decisions on how to manipulate the software to get the effect and the look that you're looking at. So in this document, you have all the way up to cases and places. I will only expect you to do the first case study, which is create the sales proposal for a veterinarian's office. It's almost like you're the employee working for the veterinarian, and then you will talk with the veterinarian, what is it that we want in this proposal, and make a proposal based on that information. And this is the information that was in the conversation with you and the veterinarian. So we're going to be working on that awesome antique proposal or chart, complex chart, which is this one right here. And this data file is in your data file folder. If you go to your Windows Start Computer Concepts data files and open that Word, Chapter 4, here's your Apply for One Awesome Antiques. And you will notice that these are labeled according to the assignments. So we're going to double click on this to open it. And I'm going to close this window out, and I'm going to snap this window so I can get a full effect. And you can look at the starting document to what the finished document should look like. So as you're working along, make sure you're using these graphics as referrals as to what they should look like. The first thing you need to do after you open it is File Save As. And notice I'm in Computer Concepts data files, so I want to find my Documents folder. And I'm going to save this by replacing the word draft with your name. And then click OK. So now I have the Awesome Antiques Your Name. And when I say your name, I mean your actual name, not the words your names. So working through this, it says Start Word, open the document, 4-1, apply Awesome Antiques from the data file for the students. See the back cover of the book if you don't have the data files. We already have that installed on our computer, so you don't need to worry about that. The documents contain the word table that you are to modify, and the modified table is shown in this figure. So as I scroll through my instructions, now I am seeing step-by-steps, 1 through 23 steps. It says use the split cell command in the split cell button on the table layout tab to split the first row into 2 rows, and then we're going to type in second quarter sales report as a subtitle. And notice what's in bold is what I need to type. So here's my first row. What it's asking me to do is to highlight this row and then to go to layout and split cells. Right here is my split cell button. And now it's asking me, do I want 1 column, 2 columns? Well, it said 1 column, but 2 rows. So we need to change this. And then click OK. Notice I have another row right underneath that title row. In the second row, we're going to type second quarter sales report. Okay, so number 2, it says add a row to the bottom of the table in the newly added bottom. You're going to merge the first 2 cells using the merge cell button. Well, right here is my merge cell button, but it's not activated because I don't have 2 cells highlighted. The easiest way to add a row is put your cursor or insertion point in that last cell, hit tab, and you have a new row. We're going to merge these 2 cells by clicking on the merge cell button, and we're going to type in total sales in this merge cell. Okay, number 3 says use the formula button on the layout tab to place the totals in the bottom rows for May, April, and June. And then number 4 says use the formula button to place totals in the right columns. But number 4 says we're going to be using sum left. So what they're saying is we want the formula and it to be sum above because we want to add these numbers above. Click OK for April, May, and June. Sum above, okay. Formula, sum above, okay. And then in the bottom right, we want these to be sum left. So you're just double checking to make sure that it's picking up the right formula. Formula, sum left. Formula, sum left, okay. Formula, sum left, okay. New cell. Formula, sum left, okay. Formula, sum left, okay. And then last one, formula, sum left, okay. Number 5, select the cells containing the row heading Zone 1 and Zone 2. Use the text direction button on the layout tab to position the text vertically from bottom to top. Change the alignment of the 2 cells to center. Okay, so if you're not seeing the tools you need, you may have to open your window to expand your tools. Now here in this area, I've got text direction, and it wants the text direction to be at the top. That is at the bottom. So there's the top of my cell, and then it wants it to be centered. So there's my center. And again, I'm going to split so I can get back to my directions here. Number 6, change the width of the column containing Zone 1, Zone 2 so that is nearer. Here's my column, Zone 1, Zone 2. My width is right here, and if you notice on the toolbar, here's the width of my cell. If I get this kind of double line, double arrow cursor, my cursor to change to be this double line, double arrow, hold the mouse button down and click and drag over, I can change the width of that cell. So we want to make it nearer and let up the mouse button and it will make it nearer. Number 7, create a customized theme font that uses copperplate gold Gothic bold for the heading. Okay, customize theme font, remember, is under home. I don't see that. Change styles, fonts, create a new theme font. When I click my down arrows, I'm not seeing Gothic bold, so I'm going to pick Candera for each one of these. If you see the Gothic copperplate Gothic bold, go ahead and use it, and then we're going to label this Awesome Antiques. And then click Save. So now I'm going to highlight my table, go to Fonts, find my Awesome Antiques, and use that. Okay, so you get the idea on how to work this document. Remember, if you're not sure, go back to the graphic, and this should show you what the document looks like. In this case, we are going to finish up the document on your own. If you have any questions, let me know. But we left off on step number 7. So you will be applying the style for step number 8 and then continuing with the rest of the steps. This is how you go about working the rest of the exercises. Make sure you're reading through the instructions and applying the commands, applying the directions. If you have questions, ask. Good luck.